record on this computer. All right, boom. We could talk about everything. By the way, man, check out the hoodie, man, because I don't know what team you on. I don't know if you team Jordan or team Kobe, man. But I think you are team LeBron. But please don't tell me you one of them Kobe's better than LeBron people, because I see the
listen,
man,
man.
We'll save that for later, bro.
We save that for later, dog.
We'll save that for later, man. We'll save that for later. So, for those that are going to be listening to this, this is not really a podcast. Really, technically, it's not. It's just two friends chopping it up. We're going to talk about sports, and we'll see where it goes, and we'll go from there. I'm also streaming on TikTok live as well. So,
all
right, let's start with the NFL, man. We're gonna start with the NFL, man. I don't think you've been following my TikToks, man. But before we get into the power rankings, man, I think your Titans are overrated, man. Let's talk about it, man. So Josh is a Tennessee Titans fan. For those that don't know, and I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You see the hat. It's a Tampa Brady, Tampa Bay. We got the GOAT. You know the vibes.
Okay.
So what's your opinion on that? By the way, I'm not a Tennessee hater, man, because a lot of people think I'm a Tennessee hater. But go ahead.
But you sound like a Tennessee hater, though. You sound like it, though.
We can talk about it. You didn't even ask me why I feel that way, but we can talk about it.
No. I want to hear first why, because I remember you came out of me out of nowhere saying we was overrated, and I'm like, okay, we're 6-3, and the 3 games that we did lose to, we lost to Pittsburgh, which we only lost by a field goal. Remember,
you should have lost because Pittsburgh's the better team. So I'm not gonna hold that against y'all. I don't hold that L against y'all. Vegas had Pittsburgh winning. Let's be honest.
Then we lost to the Bengals. That's a disappointing loss. You know, and then we recently lost to the Colts. But the Colts does have the best defense in the league. And you got to think about it. It's between the
Colts, the Bucks, and Pittsburgh. But that's 3 straight L's, though, right?
No, not 3 straight. No, that's not. It's we have only 1-4 in the last 1-3 in the last 4 games.
All right, so here's my case for Pittsburgh, and we could just go down the list. But let's talk about Tennessee for a second, man. My biggest problem with Tennessee, man, is that your best player is your running back, man. And whenever I see a team where their best player is not the quarterback, whether it's a receiver or a running back, man, it gives me pause, man. And you have to understand, man, I've been watching Tannehill his whole career. And I remember watching him in Dolphins. I granted Adam Gase did a horrible job with him. And this is a new Ryan Tannehill. You know what I'm saying? So there's still some of that glimpse, you know. So I am still a little biased against him because of all these years in Miami. So you got to think that has tainted my mind a little bit. But with that being said, man, my biggest issue, bro, with Tennessee is when you're in the playoffs and you guys are down by, say, 10 points and you cannot rely on Derrick Henry to run the ball. Cannot rely on Ryan Tannehill, man, to go out there and win the game. That's my only concern, bro. And before you respond, I'm going to say one last thing. When I say overrated, it doesn't mean they suck. It doesn't mean bad. When I say overrated, it means they're probably not as good as their record indicates. That's what I mean by that. So you can be a very good team but still be overrated. So what are your thoughts?
Okay. So these are my thoughts. Let me ask you a question. You're a Bucks fan, right?
Since 1999, man.
Okay. So when you won the Super Bowl, who was your best player?
That's a good one. I didn't see that coming.
Wait, hold on. When the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, who was their best player?
If I were to be honest with you, man, Russell Wilson. I know you might say Cam Chancellor or Richard Sherman, but it's close. But I'm gonna go with Russell Wilson, or you could even say Marshawn Lynch. Now, the Bucks example is a better example. That's a better example. For the Bucks, I would probably go with Derrick Brooks. But this is the thing, though. That Bucks defense, man, that was a generational defense, bro.
Okay, cool. When the Giants won the Super Bowl, when the Giants won the Super Bowl, who was their best player?
Which one?
Twice.
It depends which year, but depending on which year, it was either OCU Minora or perhaps Strahan. Now, but again, You're bringing up. You could even bring up the Ravens when the Ravens won the Super Bowl. It wasn't Trent
Yeah.
Dilfer. It was Ray Lewis. Either Ray Lewis or Eddie Reed. We go with Ray Lewis.
Or was it Flacco, or was it their defense?
Well, I will say this though, man. Okay, so they won 2. So the Trent Dilfer one, that was clearly their defense. But if you're talking about the Joe Flacco one, I'm gonna say something that's gonna blow you away, bro. That Joe Flacco playoff, bro, arguably the greatest playoff run by a quarterback, bro. People don't know that though. He went 11. He went 11-0 for touchdown interception. And do you remember that Broncos game in the playoffs? Ravens versus Broncos. Oh my God, bro. Joe Flacco was playing out of this world. So for that playoff, for those playoffs, man, you can make an argument he was the most valuable Ravens player.
See, you're going by the playoffs. I'm going for the whole season, because the whole season, the playoffs.
If you're
you gotta
going
go by
for
the body of work.
season, I would say Ray Lewis. But this is the thing. It's interesting you're bringing up the Ravens, the Bucks, the Giants. What do all those have in common? Not just a great defense, generational type defenses. Seahawks, generational type defense. Like the Bucks defense is solid this year. Still, Pittsburgh solid. Colts solid. But are they generational? Nah, bro. When you think about generational, you talking about the Bucks. You know, the Bears with Brian Urlacher, the Panthers with Julius Peppers, Chris Jenkins. Those are so.
Got you.
Yeah, that's what.
But I wanted to throw that out there, and I wanted to throw that out there and just let you know, like, I mean, there has been a lot of teams that won Super Bowls with a mediocre quarterback.
Correct.
Or went to the Super Bowl with a mediocre quarterback. I can name teams that went there that didn't have bad quarterbacks.
Those teams, those defenses were exceptional.
Hold on, the Seahawks, the year they lost, their best player was their running back.
So they lost
Sean Alexander. I probably said his name wrong. Oh. When they lost to
Alexander.
New England.
Yeah.
Yes, their best player was their running back. So I addressed that. Now let's address about being overrated.
Yeah, let's talk.
Where did you pick the Titans to be to start the season? You didn't pick them high. No one picked them high.
That's a great point. Not only did I not pick them high, bro, I actually picked the Colts to win the division, bro. That was my upset. So okay, that's a fair point.
So you knew this division was going to be tough. This division is always tough. It's always tough because before you had the Texans before. You had the Texans being a good team before whatever happened this year. They just stopped playing for that coach. Yeah. Bill he is horrible.
But you have to admit, there's never more than 2 very good teams in that division. Never.
There's always 3. There's always 3. There's always look at that standings. There's always 3 teams in that division.
I'm gonna tell you something. Do you know that division, bro? I've been following that division since Tennessee were the Oilers and they became the Titans.
Okay.
Bro. And I've been following that division since. I'm gonna impress you right here, bro. I remember when Mark Brunell for the Jacksonville Jaguars, they went 13-3 and they lost 3 times in that season, all 3 times to your Titans, bro.
I know. We went to the Super Bowl that season.
Yeah, I went to the Super Bowl and I lost because of that 1 year thing. But even then, now you have Jacksonville and Tennessee. Fast forward a little bit, you have the Colts, Peyton Manning dominated. And really, bro, around those times, to be honest with you, man, after Steve McNair left, Tennessee wasn't really popping like that when it was.
No, we wasn't because
neither was Houston. Neither was Houston. They weren't because they had Matt Schaub. They're all over the place. I'm missing a team. Who am I missing?
You got all 4 of them.
No, I'm missing Jacksonville. Yeah. So when Jacksonville started popping off, it was really Jacksonville and kind of like Tennessee. But that's even before you guys got Bill Vrabel. But it's hard to think of a time when there were 3 very good teams at the same time in 1 year, is what I'm trying to say.
But you also have it almost every year with 2 teams make the playoff in that division.
Facts.
So you still have a good division.
It's not a trash division, bro. It's not a trash division.
It's not.
Nah, bro.
But back when I'm talking about calling my team overrated, like you didn't expect them to do what they're doing now. You didn't expect them. You thought people thought.
Hey, and especially for you guys on TikTok, I'm gonna actually say this. I stand corrected, bro, because that's a very good point. And that point is that
I'm sorry. What you said? What you was
Technically
wrong?
speaking, bro, they exceeded expectations. I can't have it both ways, bro. I can't sit here and say they exceeded expectation and at the same time say that they're overrated. I can't have it both ways.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
You got
I
it,
just
bro.
want to prove that so already off rip, I got my one victory. I got
You
my
got
one victory,
bro. Enjoy
I got
it.
one victory.
Hey,
That's all that
man.
matters.
You
gotta let them know early. You gotta let them know early how it goes.
But I got you
All
guys
right?
losing in the second round of the playoffs, though.
Okay. I mean, we will see. At least you know we making the playoffs.
Oh,
Once
sure.
again, two teams in that division is gonna make the playoffs.
Matter of fact, I mean, a lot of people, oh, Tennessee, what's going on? I think they'll be. I mean, I still think. I mean, obviously, I picked the Colts to win that division. That was kind of like a, but it's gonna go neck and neck. I think so. We could get into the playoffs real quick. Right? I think. I mean, I think Buffalo is gonna get that division. I think the Chiefs easily, right? Buffalo Chiefs. Pittsburgh's probably gonna win. I don't think Baltimore's gonna come back. And then your division, regardless of whether Tennessee wins it or the Colts, whoever doesn't win it will get the wild card. We could agree on that.
Yeah, because remember, there's 7 teams this year. There's 7 teams that can make the playoffs.
Wild cards. So it's probably gonna be Tennessee. Tennessee will get a wild card. The Baltimore will get a wild card. I don't know who the third one's. It might be the Dolphins, bro. It'll either be the Dolphins or the Patriots. I think.
Hold on. So you staying on the bet of Tennessee not winning the division?
I have to, bro. I predicted that. At the beginning of the year. I'm gonna stick with it.
So let me ask you a question. This weekend, tomorrow, Colts has Green Bay. Titans have the Ravens.
I already made a TikTok video on my prediction, bro. I predicted the Colts are gonna upset the Packers, bro.
Okay, and you're probably going with the Ravens beating the Titans.
I think so. Yeah, I think I have Baltimore.
Okay,
if I'm not mistaken, I think I have Baltimore. Is that in Tennessee or is that in Baltimore?
Where's it is in. I have to double check. I have to look at.
Either way, though,
man.
I think I have Baltimore winning that.
This is what I have. I have Tennessee. I have Tennessee beating the Ravens for them to show. That's what people's going to realize. Okay, Tennessee is real.
Is for real.
They already have.
That'll shut people up.
Some key. That will shut them out. That was like, okay, they are for real because right now they're in.
It's in Baltimore, by the way.
Oh, we played them in Baltimore last year in the playoffs.
More impressive if you could beat them in Baltimore, but
we did it last year. It happened last year.
And I'll be honest with you, man. Even though I have Baltimore, man, let's be honest, bro. Lamar Jackson has not looked that crazy this year, man. To me.
No, he hasn't. But I think that's scary because I believe he will have a playoff win this year. He will get his playoff win this year.
It depends who they face.
That's true. But I think they will make the wild card and get that one. Sometimes you just need to get that monkey off your back. Okay, cool. The stretch is over.
With Lamar Jackson, bro, he's 0-6 against Big Ben and against Patrick Mahomes. He can't beat those guys, bro. Like, you got to beat those guys, man.
Especially Pittsburgh.
Yeah, man.
Especially Pittsburgh.
I've watched a lot of Baltimore games, and when I see them, man, to me, their offense is very predictable, man. It's a lot of Lamar Jackson RPO, design runs and stuff like that. Like, but when they force him to stay in the box and throw the ball, it's just he hasn't looked that great.
But I want to address this because you came at me. You came at me quick. You came at me right off rip. I'm gonna talk about your Tampa Bay Bucks, aka your Tampa Bay Clippers. I'm calling them the Tampa Bay Clippers.
Clippers. Bro. I don't get it.
I'm calling them the
Tampa Bay
I see
Clippers.
What you mean.
Okay, I see what you're getting.
They're all hypes. They're all hypes and all they just all smokes until you open the door. You know what I mean? So if you also want to know about me, if people can hear me, I'm also a Saints fan. I have my reasons why I'm a Saints fan.
Oh, you're one of those, man. You like the okay. Actually, I know the reason. I forgot.
You know why?
I know.
You
why.
know why?
Yeah, that's blood. That's blood.
Yeah, that's blood. That's blood. Appreciate that. That's why.
I forgot for a second. I got you. Okay, I'll give you a pass, bro. Because normally I hate, bro. I know people that are Giants fans and Eagles fan. I'm like, what, bro?
See,
But
that's stupid. How you the same division? You being
yeah, bro,
how?
I don't get it. But you get a pass. You get a pass.
Thank you. So I'm a Saints fan, and I'm telling you this right now. I'm letting you guys know this right now. The Saints is a better team than the Bucks. Not because what happened 2 weeks ago. We know
I
what
hate the
happened
Saints.
2 weeks ago.
I hate the Saints, bro. When I tell you, like, listen, I've been a Bucks fan since '99, and the Saints have always had our number before Drew Brees, bro. I'm talking about Aaron Brooks, Deuce McAllister. I hate the Saints, man. Oh my gosh. So here's the thing, right? I don't know that the Saints are better than us, but the way their team is built, bro, is literally built to beat the Bucks. Let me explain to you, bro. When the Bucks played the Packers, we destroyed Green Bay. The reason we destroyed them, bro, is because they had no solution for the blitz. But the Saints offense, bro, is literally designed to beat the blitz, bro. All they do is slants, short stuff. Drew Brees gets it out quick. So you can blitz them all you want. It's not going to matter, bro. That ball is coming out like this.
You
So
want to know why? We have weapons now. Before it was just Thomas, contain Thomas, double team Thomas. You can't double team Thomas no more with Sanders. The fact that Thomas and Sanders was hurt most of the season, you saw the true work of Sean Payton and Drew Brees. You saw what they can do. And
but
that's why I kept looking at telling people like, yo, don't sleep on the Saints. The Saints have won 6 straight games. They have the longest winning streak right now, right behind Miami with 5.
that's going to end tomorrow.
With Miami or the Saints?
The Saints.
We play Atlanta.
Yeah, you play Atlanta and your quarterback that you're starting is a running back.
You about to find okay. And when okay.
Listen, bro, Taysom Hill. I don't think Taysom Hill has thrown a touchdown pass in his career.
He has thrown a touchdown pass in his career. He has, just not this year. He hasn't.
By the way, bro, I was very satisfied when I found out that Taysom Hill starting. This is why, bro, because it's embarrassing for. I don't like Jameis Winston, bro, because after the Saints destroyed the Bucks, he went on the Drew Brees interview, eating the W and doing all this other crap, bro. You didn't do jack. So for them to pick,
and he did call him the GOAT.
Huh?
He did call him the GOAT, but that's a different debate too. That's a different debate.
So
that's a different debate.
It's like, what does Sean Payton feel about you if he's gonna start this dude that's really technically more of a running back type receiver over you?
Well, you have to go more into it. He knows the offense a little bit more. Obviously, they're gonna switch it out. James is gonna come into some plays. You're not gonna have Hill there for every play at every moment. You're not going to. But the fact that you have him there opens up the playbook a little bit more because he has the ability to run and make the defense look slow.
But the problem is, if that only works, man, when you're up, man. If they're down early, man, they're gonna have to pass like that gimmicky stuff.
There's no Riley. You have a beat down Julio Jones and you have Matt Ryan. And remember, we are playing the Atlanta Falcons, who knows how to lose games.
Yeah, their defense is atrocious. So man,
and they have the worst defense. This is the time you test the theory right now. Especially right now when you guys are playing the Rams. I have the Saints winning the division. For the
record, I have the Saints winning the division before the season started, and I'm not changing that. So okay. I'm not. One thing you will know about me, bro. I'm not biased, bro. So, by the way, let me ask you a question though. Who's the best team in the NFC?
Best team in the NFC? Mm-hmm. I'm not being biased, man. I'm not being biased. I truly believe, to me, right now, the best team in the NFC to me is the Saints.
That's fair. But there's something missing about the Saints, bro. I just can't put my hand on it, bro. Like I don't know. It's not the defense. The defense has been playing well. Granted, it's not like a crazy defense, but the pass rush has been very good. But there's something missing. I feel like their offense, as prolific as it is, like I just feel like, bro, if you could shut down the flats, bro, it's a wrap because Drew Brees is not throwing down the field.
But here's the thing. You haven't seen that offense fully intact.
Well, Michael Thomas has been really non-existent this season with suspension and health. I have him on my fantasy, bro. I'm actually trying to trade him. But you're
But
right,
here,
that they
that's
haven't been
and
fully
that's the
healthy.
thing. He only played week 1 and came back against the Bucks, and then played last week. But then Drew Brees got hurt, so you haven't seen the Saints offense fully intact. When you saw that, you saw what they did
But let me
on the
ask you
clip on the
this.
Tampa Bay Clippers.
To the people that say, man, I can't wait to see the Saints, how they're going to choke in the playoff like they have. Like every single year, the past 3 years, bro, something epic has happened, whether it's against the Vikings. Like, it's just like, it's like, I cannot wait, bro, to see. Oh, my God. I hope, dude, I hope so bad Atlanta beat them, bro. Like, these Saints fans have been on my comment sections like crazy, man. So, but to your point, though, I could see how you think the Saints are the best, right? Because the Packers, bro, their defense it's just not it, bro. But their offense had looked very good. Seattle is another team. It's really it's really let's be honest though, the NFC is a 4-man race. Really, the Bucks, Saints, Seattle, Packers. But the thing with Seattle, man, I saw the Thursday night game. That defense, man, it's not gonna cut it, man.
No. That defense is horrible. And I'm going by playoffs. Just like I always said about basketball. And I'm going to say this about the in football. Playoff football is totally different than regular season. Playoff football, your defense, you win championships with your defense.
That's when
People's
defenses
gonna
get
throw,
exposed.
yeah,
That's
people
why
gonna throw in
all
it.
calls get exposed, bro. I mean, that's why Tennessee beat Lamar Jackson. Let's be honest, he got exposed, man,
Yeah,
because Tennessee basically. By the way, Mike Vrabel, very underrated coach, but they basically said, bro, you're not gonna be running all over us, bro. Like you're
yeah.
gonna have to beat us with your arm, and he couldn't do that.
So, but let me ask you a question, man. I know you. I want to know your top 10. I need to know your top 10 right now. I didn't see the TikTok, so you might
So
have to
I actually used to do a top 10 every week, man, but I just stopped doing. I need to get back on it. So here's my top 10, man. I have it. Where is it? So number 1, I have Kansas City.
Okay.
Some people could have Pittsburgh, but to me, they're the better team, bro. Pittsburgh number
Okay.
2. And number 3, man, it pains me to say it, man. I got the Saints at 3, bro. I
Okay.
got the Saints at 3, bro. Okay. Number 4, I have the Bucks at 4, Green Bay at 5. And to be honest with you, man, if people want to swap Tampa and Green Bay, I'm fine with that. 6, I have Baltimore. 7, Buffalo. 8, Arizona. I'm sorry. 7, Bills. 8, Arizona. 9, Rams. And 11, surprisingly, man, I have the Colts at 11, man. But the Dolphins are playing very well. So if people want to swap the Dolphins and the Colts, that's fine. But I have Colts simply because, in my opinion, the Colts, they probably have the most balanced football team in the league, bro. In terms of,
I'm not trusting Phillip Rivers, man. I'm
hey,
not trusting Phillip Rivers.
I understand that concern. He's getting it done, though.
He's not turning it over.
He's
He's
getting it
he's
done,
his
man.
defense. He's just not turning it over.
You
So
have to
that's it.
understand that Philip Rivers is a gunslinger, bro. Let's be honest. Philip Rivers and Matthew Stafford, they're not too. He's a gunslinger, so if he can limit his turnovers, they're in decent shape. And their offensive line is just crazy, bro. Their defense, they're top 5 offense and defense. So, but let's be honest though. Can we they are 6-3? I don't think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-3 at this point of the season. I honestly don't. I was one of the Colts. Did you have them 6-3 at this point of the season? Let's be
I
honest.
had them.
Philip Rivers
I
in a new
did
system.
this. I did have them being second or first in the South. I was more worried about them. I wasn't worried about the Jags. The Jags are falling off. Once the Texans got rid of Hopkins, I knew that was done because I knew once you get rid of your second best player, arguably your best player inside that team locker room,
Yeah.
it was already broken. So I
And
was
Bill
more worried
O'Brien,
about the
their
coach.
coach, their coaches, that dude is sleep, man. So
Yeah.
so
So
what's
it's
yours?
funny. It's funny. Our top 10 is like we have the same teams around that top 10. I got a little surprised for one of my top 10. I think 2 of them you didn't have, and I had them in my top 10. I'm gonna go from 10 to 1. Okay. I'm gonna go with number 10 with the Miami Dolphins. As of right now, they're a top
See
10
that?
team.
I can see that because remember I told you Dolphins was 11 for me, so I can see that, man.
Exactly. Number 9, I got the Buffalo Bills.
A
Some
little
days they
lower
be
than I thought.
unstoppable. Sometimes, Number 8, I have the Rams, and I think the Rams can be a sleeper in the NFC with that defense.
Yeah, but the Goff, man, that's the big question mark, man.
Defense wins. Into my top 10 is a sleeper team that can make a run. I put Miami in, like, win a Super Bowl or make a playoff run. I put Miami in there because right now you just can't deny what they're doing. But playoff time, defense win championship. That's why you got to put the Rams up there. Number 7, I put Seattle. Les Russell Cook. You saw what he did on Thursday. You saw where that defense was able to step up. I think that could be a changing point. There's always a moment in the season where there's a moment where it changed the season, either for the good and the bad. I think that final drive was going to show some good. Now, granted, Kyle was hurt, but still, a win is a win in the way you win. Number 6, I have Green Bay. I still think
Really?
Aaron Rodgers is. I
Yeah,
got Green Bay at number
that's
6.
kind of low, bro. No,
I got Green Bay at number 6. It's who they play to, the games they lost to. You lost to the Bears, man. When you lose to the Bears,
the
and
Bears
I'm
are
seeing
not
the
sleep
Bears.
though. Nah,
The Bears lost 5 straight.
their quarterback situation is, man.
They
I
still
don't
the
want to
cat.
go to.
They
Damn, I feel bad for Mac in that defense, man. Mac, Roquan Smith, that DB. Oh my, they have a great defense. But anyhow, it's a shame, bro.
Number 5, I have the Ravens. They're
Interesting.
still an elite team. I think they just on the offense is not just fully clicking, but they got a defense that's going to carry them.
Okay.
Now, number 4, I have Tampa Bay. I do
the
have
same
some.
spots that I have them at.
Yep. Number 3, I have the Saints. Now, the 1 and 2 is different from me and you. Number 2, I have the Chiefs. And number 1, I have Pittsburgh. You can't deny a team that's undefeated.
When I do my top 10 rankings, one of the things that I do, I don't just look at a record, but I look at the team that's on top of a team, and I ask myself, if they were to play right now, who would win?
So you telling me if the Chiefs and the Pittsburgh would play right now, who would you have?
Chiefs, they win. And not only that, watch this. Not only the Chiefs are winning, bro, I'm not sure that it's close, bro. I'm not sure that the game is close.
I think you're sleeping on Pittsburgh's defense.
That's not what I'm sleeping on. First of all, Tennessee exposed Pittsburgh's defense. They exposed them, right? Secondly, it's Big Ben, bro. I don't trust Big Ben, man.
But I haven't seen the Chiefs really dominated in the last couple of weeks.
And has Pittsburgh dominated, bro? Look at their schedule.
Yes.
They haven't had a crazy schedule. The 2 best teams they play is like Tennessee and Baltimore.
Wait, but think about that. When they played the Ravens, they was down by 17 and came back and won.
That doesn't show domination, though. It shows resiliency, but I got you.
But to come back and still do that. Chiefs,
I'm not mad at that, bro. You to listen, bro, they're undefeated, bro. Like, I can say whatever I want, bro. They're undefeated, bro. And that's enough.
Until they lose. Yeah, until they lose, they're up there. You have to beat them.
Yeah, you're right. But the one thing I'll say, though, man, if you look at the Chiefs, they've been playing better and better every week, bro. They had a terrible loss against the Raiders, I think week 2. But tomorrow they play the Raiders, bro. I think they smashed the Raiders, bro. It's not the same Chiefs team. So they've just been kind of like climbing and stuff like that. So
we can only see. But
that's a decent top 10, bro. I'm not mad at it. To be honest with you, man, like for me, like 6 through 10, a lot of those teams are interchangeable. Most of them are like 6 and 3. Most of them are 6 and 3, right? From 6 and 10, the record is 6 and 3. So you could easily the Arizona, the Rams, Raiders, all these teams 6 and 3, the Dolphins, so Colts. So that's kind of interchangeable, man. So.
And I didn't even throw the Titans out there. I think Titans right now, I think they're a 12 to 13. If they beat the Ravens, They might be able to move up just depending how they do it. But we got a very interesting weekend
It
going
is
on.
interesting, yeah. And with the
And
power rankings, a lot of times it's like if a team has lost 2 in a row, they might be trending down, whereas a team might be trending up, like the Dolphins. You know what I mean? So they're even though it's the same record.
Exactly, man. And I think one time what we need to do is have a pick 'em maybe next week. Sit down, have a pick 'em. I think just with the games happening tomorrow, we don't have enough time to do that. If you want to do it right now off the dome, we can. If not, we can
I
switch
mean,
this over.
I think we'll agree on a lot of them, man. Like, okay, we could do it real quick. So let's do the pick 'em, and then we could pivot to the NBA. So
The association.
all right. By the way, I picked the Cardinals, bro, to beat Seattle. So
I picked Seattle.
up on TikTok.
I picked Seattle. I picked Seattle. I think that
was
a tough divisional game.
Right. Yeah. But Kyler Murray, bro, so this is the best defense at Seattle, and they're not going to sustain that, bro. They don't have a good defense, but they showed out, so good for them. Lions and Panthers, I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know the health of Teddy Bridgewater. Assuming he plays, I think last time I saw he was listed as questionable. Assuming he plays, I have Carolina. Then that's what I picked as well. Who do you got for that?
You got Carolina?
Yeah, they played.
I got Lions actually. I think the Lions, especially with Matt Stafford, how that defense has actually been stepping up the last couple of games. I'm going Lions.
You gotta admit that one's a toss-up, man. That one could go either way. Like, so Tennessee and Baltimore. You already said Tennessee, and I said Baltimore.
I said Tennessee. I said because it's a must-win game for the Titans right now. Yeah. You have to stay ahead of the division. You got to keep in that race,
too, man.
Exactly.
So Falcons and Saints. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is a biased pick. I hate the Saints so much. And I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't trust Jameis, bro. I think Jameis is gonna throw a couple picks, bro. He always has it in him, bro. He has it in him, bro. He's gonna throw a couple picks, man.
That's the hate right there. That's that hate. You gotta get that hate out your heart. You know what I mean? You know what you remind me of?
He averaged 2 picks a game last season, bro.
That's last season. Listen, you know what you remind me of? Every time you hate, I'm gonna go with a great show that I love. Dave Chappelle, The Haters Club. Hate.
But guess what? Guess what though? 30 interceptions, man.
Listen, we can let me address this real quick.
This is the thing. I've been watching Jameis since Florida State. From Florida State until his last season with the Bucs, bro. This dude has not changed. He has all the talent in the world, but the biggest weakness, decision making, bro. You know what's funny?
Let me ask you a question.
Pick 6. His very last one, pick 6.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Who's a better offensive coach, Sean Payton or Bruce?
Bruce?
Yeah.
Sean Payton, easily. To me.
So I'm telling you, tomorrow.
There's a but though. Bruce Arians is highly regarded as a quarterback guru though, and you know that. He's highly regarded as such, bro. He helped groom Big Ben. He helped groom Andrew Luck. So there's that. But to your point though, I guess what you're getting at is Sean Payton could put Winston in a position to where he leverages his talent better than Bruce Arians. But
yes, he did it to Teddy. He did it with Teddy.
Okay, I'll give you that. But Teddy was balling before he got injured in Minnesota. So I'll say that.
Teddy was a managed quarterback. Don't mess it up.
Game
just
manager.
hand the ball. Teddy was getting about 15 to 20 attempts when he was not with the Saints before he went and joined the Saints when he was with Minnesota. When he came over in those 5 games that we all won, he was throwing about 25 to 30. So he was able to release because of that offense, the way the offense is set.
Winston did have 3 different head coaches, and none of them was able to correct him, bro. He had Raheem Morris. Then after that, he had Dirk Cutter, and then now Bruce. So I don't know, bro. He's going to – listen, you have to at least give me this, bro. You should at least give me the fact that my outlook on Jameis Winston is based on history, and it's fair to have that outlook until he proves me otherwise, based on his play.
I
Can
understand.
you see
I
that?
will. I will allow that. I will allow that.
All
So
right,
we
bet.
got Steelers and the Jags.
Yeah. So, wait. Oh yeah, I think both of us will Pittsburgh easy for that. That's like the lock of the week.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't think it's a win. It's a win, but it won't be an easy win. Steelers, for some strange reason, have a difficult time with the Jags. Big Ben has a difficult time with the Jags.
I remember 2 years ago, man. Oh my goodness, man.
So
They made Blake Bortles look like Peyton Manning in the playoffs.
for
Man.
real, does Big Ben get the demons
Yeah.
out and just redeem himself, or would it always just
But
the
you
Jags?
obviously never put your money on the Jags for that game.
No.
Okay.
So we got Bengals and the football team. I still can't believe they're called the football team.
Honestly, bro, that one is such a toss up, man. I think I went with Cincinnati, bro. That's a toss up to me, bro.
I'm going with the football team.
Huh?
I'm going with the football team.
I don't even know who's their quarterback, bro. I don't even
Alex Smith. And he had a career. He had his first start since his gruesome injury and had a career day.
I thought he got re-injured and someone else came in.
No, he played the whole game and he stayed. That's my ups.
If I knew that, I would have probably picked Washington. But I'm still going Bengals, man. I'm still going Bengals. All right.
You got New England and Texans and the Houston.
Patriots.
Yeah, I got the Patriots. I got the Pats.
The Texans may not win another game this year, bro. Like, no cap. They're terrible, man. So yeah, I got the Pats.
I think they're trying to play for a top five a receiver. Redeem themselves, and they got no. Oh, they don't even got no picks.
Oh, they gave them up.
No picks. They gave them up.
Wait a minute, never mind. The Laramie Tonsil pick, I think, never mind. They gave that to the Dolphins last season, but next year's draft, they give that up as well. Yeah.
Eagles, Browns.
That's gonna be an ugly game, bro.
I'm going. Who you got?
Damn. So I'm trying to pick the teams because I made a video on TikTok about this. I'm trying to pick exactly what I had, but now I think I have the Eagles, bro. And the Browns will be favored to win this game. The Browns will be favored. I have the Eagles winning on the road with the upset. I got the Eagles winning.
I got Eagles too. I think that's a must-win game for them. They're gonna win that just to stay in that ugly, disgusting division that we have over there. Obviously, we all know what we're gonna say. This is probably like the worst, by record, the worst game. The New York Jets and the Chargers.
Oh, that game's nasty. That's a disgusting game, man. I have the Chargers, man.
I have the Chargers as well. I don't even want to talk more about this game because it's pointless.
It's
a 4:00 game.
The Cowboys and Vikings. That's another disgusting game, bro.
I think that might be a good game, though. I think so. I think Cowboys defense has gotten a lot better. Maybe back with Andy. Andy's coming back now. I can see that game being, good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a crazy upset, and I'm gonna say Cowboys.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys too, bro. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys too, bro. Even though Dalvin Cook has been playing well, hey man, that rookie receiver Jefferson, I think his name is from Minnesota. Jit been balling, man.
Balling. We got the Packers and the Colts, and you already said the Colts, right?
That's gonna be a great game, bro. That's one game I'm gonna watch. That's gonna be a great game. I have the Colts with the upset there.
I got Green Bay winning, and I got Aaron Rodgers playing his best game of the season.
I'm gonna stop.
I think he redeemed himself from last year.
Devontae Adams is not fully healthy, so that's why.
So they also got back their second receiver too.
They do, and he's actually decent, but
yeah. And they got back the other Aaron. He's playing as well. So I got Green Bay, and I got Aaron Rodgers playing his best game.
And
we also got we got the Chiefs and the Raiders.
Oh, we both got the Chiefs for that. Please don't tell me the Raiders.
I got Raiders, man. I got Raiders. I think
All right, man. Have a good night,
that's
bro.
my upsetter. That's my upset. You gotta have an upset. You gotta
Bro,
have
hold
an
on.
upset.
Let me ask you a question. Are you making that upset just for the sake of upset, bro? Because the Raiders, you're gonna have to do some. You don't have to convince me, but I don't see it, bro. Talk to me. Is it
You don't
because it's a
see it?
home game for them? No.
It's a home game. It's a night game as well. It's a primetime game as well. They had their numbers on there before. The
No one's more
Raiders,
prime
first,
time than Mahomes, man. That's a bad man right there.
but here's the thing, man. It's also you got to think about. I mean, first of all, Derek Carr has been playing great football, and Josh Jacob has been a beast and a bully
Yeah.
all year.
Fantasy, yeah.
How do you mess up? How do you mess up the Chiefs? You don't pass. You don't throw with them. You have to run on them. You have to slow down the game, and you have to keep. You got to keep McHolmes, that homie, off the field. And remember when they played the Chiefs, they didn't blitz. That front four ate up that offensive line.
But when they played the Chiefs, that was Patrick Mahomes' worst game of the season.
And why was it? Because they attacked him. They came at him.
Do you
with
think
the front four?
Andy Reid is gonna get outcoached again, and Andy Reid is not gonna make the adjustments and learn from his
By
lesson?
Gruden, I'm that's gonna be my upset. You're gonna be surprised.
All right.
You're gonna be surprised. So now we have your game of the week. It is the game of the week, and it is gonna be on a
By the way,
Monday
you
night.
hate the Bucks, don't you? Just admit it.
No, I don't hate the Bucks. I don't
Okay.
hate the Bucks. When I look at the Tampa Bay Bucks, I don't see a Super Bowl team. I see a
Fact.
playoff team, but I don't
Facts.
see a Super Bowl team.
Facts.
I just think
Facts.
the fact that because people took Tom Brady and added him on there, they're a Super Bowl team. Because when we had Jameson, we had all this. We was doing that. Your secondary is suspect. Your secondary is not the best. Yes, you lead the league in interceptions, but your secondary consistently can get it burnt all the time.
Yeah, and our front four is very good. That's why we're top three.
Your front, that's why you're top
our
because of that
secondary
front four.
suspect, especially like Carlton Davis, man. This dude takes a lot of gambles, man. I think Sean Murphy Bunton, he's probably our best DB. And honestly, probably our best person at secondary, man, is that rookie Winfield, man. So I don't know. We'll see. My biggest issue with the Bucks, so believe it or not, it's not even the secondary, bro. It's the offensive line, bro. 1 week it looks decent, another week it looks horrible. So to me, that's the only reason I don't have the Bucks going to the Super Bowl. I know a lot of delusional Bucks fans, bro. Yeah, Super Bowl. I'm not in that number. I still think the Saints are gonna win that division. I had them winning before the season. I have them winning now. So to me, yeah, bro. I don't know, man. But
I do have you guys losing against the Rams. That was one of my picks way before the season.
Tell me why the Bucks are gonna lose to the Rams without saying Aaron Donald, without mentioning Aaron Donald. Can you?
Secondary. Their secondary.
I mean, don't get me wrong, man. Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods. They're decent, bro. But I mean, Jared Goff, bro. Jared Goff is that's the thing with the Rams, bro. Jared Goff. The Dolphins beat the Rams too, bro, in spectacular fashion a couple weeks ago. Granted, that had more to do with the special teams play, but you don't know which Jared Goff you're gonna get, man.
That's true. But last week, Donald didn't even have a sack. Jared didn't even have a touchdown, and they still won. That defense.
That was a division game, right? Who did they play? The Seattle.
Yeah.
The thing with division games, man, I'm careful to pull things out of division games simply because they're just crazy. Look what the Saints did to the Bucks, bro. That's not a true representation of the Saints' talent and the Bucks' talent, bro. They completely destroyed us. You know what I'm saying? So but if you say the Rams are beating the Bucks, bro, the Rams are a good team, bro. They're a very good team. That's not a crazy, assumption. It's reasonable.
No. I know. I said that before the season started. When I got a lot of Bucks fans, and they asked me, "What you think our records is gonna be?" And I'm like, "Okay, let me see the schedule." And I'm looking at the schedule, and I said, "I think 10-6 or 11-5."
I have the
And then I'm
Bucks at
like,
11-5.
I got them at 10-6.
But man,
I
if
mean,
don't I'm just glad, man, that one of our best linemen, which is Worth, he's actually a rookie. So Donald is gonna go against him, bro. But whenever the best defender on the opposing team is blitzing from the left side, bro, it's a wrap for the Bucks because our left tackle, bro, Donovan Smith, he's our worst lineman, bro. So I'm happy for that. But man, if the Bucks could get to Jared Goff, man, I think the Rams are gonna have a long day.
it's gonna come down to who can get to the quarterback.
Who's gonna get to the quarterback, man?
To that quarterback.
But even with Aaron Donald, Tom Brady, he gets the ball out of there, bro. He gets the ball out, but Goff not so much. So,
You're
man,
right.
one thing you'll see with my picks, man, especially if it's close, because these are two very good teams. I'm gonna defer to the team with the better quarterback, bro. Oftentimes, so.
No, that's a good one, Flip. But let's talk about the best league
The
in
NBA.
America.
Give me 1 second. My phone's about to die. I'm gonna go get my charger real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. We about to talk about the best league, and boy, there has been some good moves in off season all day.
All right. The NBA. I'm getting hot. I'm about to take this thing off.
I just want to make sure that sweater said Michael was better than Jordan, right?
Yeah, man. By the way,
I'm sorry, I didn't even say that right. Michael was better than James, right?
Yeah, Michael better. Actually, let me switch this thing up real quick. Mirror mode. Michael. So cop the merch, man. Cop the merch. It's in the description. And by the way, I have another hoodie that says for you LeBron fans, because most of these kids, man, they think LeBron's better than Jordan, bro. But yeah,
It's crazy.
there's one
It's
that says that
crazy.
as well. But
It's
so
crazy.
I will say this. I noticed you said that's the best sports league. Believe it or not, man, I slightly like the NFL a little bit more than the NBA. However,
As a league?
not as a league, as a sport, purely from a fan point of view. I'll explain for a second, right?
Okay.
A lot of it has to do with the fact that each game in the NFL, man, means so much more than an NBA game, right? Because there's only 16. Now, having said that, my favorite sporting actual event of the year, NBA playoffs.
Yo, let me call you right back.
So,
all right.
But people ask me this all the time on TikTok, man. It's very, very close. But ultimately, man, my favorite thing is NBA playoffs. But one of the reasons I love the NBA so much, bro, is the offseason, bro. It's always getting popped off. NFL offseason, let's be honest, bro, it's boring. Every now and then you'll get a DeAndre Hopkins gets traded and stuff like that. But NBA, every season, bro, is getting popped off. So
I gotta address that real quick. I gotta address that because I got a phone call from somebody. I had to make it quick. AirPods, man, it completely throws up to what's ringing. You said, I want to make sure I heard this. You said the NFL is better because of the playoffs, right?
not necessarily better. I'm talking about from my experience as a fan watching it.
I got you.
Because there's only 16 games, every game matters more. So you lose,
true.
Bro. It makes a big difference as opposed to 82 games, stuff like that.
True. I say the NBA is better just because of the things it stands for, is how the league is what they do and with serious matters.
If that's the case, bro, the NBA is 100% the best sports league from that standpoint, especially because it's the most pro player league, right?
Yeah.
It's the most progressive league as well. Yeah.
True. But you can't tell me. See, it's more exciting when you can, it's all out. Winner on that day. Who's the better person on that day? But as a fan and as a competitor and as a guy who plays both sports, I love playoff basketball because at the end of the day, in the
The
best out of
best team always
7,
wins.
you always win. You
Always.
can't argue. You can't have the
Agreed.
debate. This
Agreed.
team was better than that team,
Agreed.
no matter what.
No
So
matter
there's
what.
no debates. So
Yeah. So
that's
yeah,
why
that's why I
that's
said
why
that
I
my
love.
favorite sporting event is the NBA playoffs. I
Yeah.
enjoy NBA playoffs more than any other sporting event and stuff like that, man. And I believe the collective bargaining agreement, I think it's 50-50, man. I don't know that any other sport has that. Any other league has it. For the NFL, it's like
It's a
48.
team. It's a player league.
Yeah.
It's a player league, and
So,
that's why I like it. That's why I love it. They think about the players and the fans.
do you want to go at free agency, or do you want to address the elephant in the room, the Lakers and the moves they've made, man?
You know what I'm rocking right now. Well,
Listen, bro. For the record,
know.
man, as far as I'm concerned, the Lakers are repeating, bro.
I believe that. I believe
First
that.
of
I'm
all,
looking at
bro, they got Dennis Schrader, right? And in my head, I'm like, all right, Dennis Schrader, he's straight. But they need a shooter, bro. I went and researched Dennis Schrader. This dude's shooting 38 from the field. He's a legit sniper, bro. I never knew this, bro. Because I've been watching Dennis Schrader since he played in Atlanta, and he was never like a three-point shooter like that. He was more of a slasher type, but he's a legit three-point shooter. So you upgrade from Rondo. Now you have a three-point shooter, someone that could create his own shot much better than Rondo could. You know what I'm saying? And he could facilitate. And you have Wesley Matthews. You know what I'm saying? A 3 and D
that's the
guy.
key. That's the key. You went younger and you still kept the
But
players
not
that
just
you
younger,
lost.
better on
But
offense
yeah,
and defense.
better and
Younger,
yes.
better on offense and defense.
And that's the thing that a lot of people is not looking
And to
at.
me,
Like,
bro,
yes,
Schrader and Matthew is bigger than even Montrezl Harrell. Now, Montrezl Harrell, that's great, but that's just icing on the cake to me, bro. The
that's a
big,
defensive guy. That's a defensive guy. That's a guy like, hey, you go and contain this big guy for a little bit and let AD or LeBron calm down and relax.
so yeah, bro. I'm trying to think. Denver's good, but they didn't make anything to where Denver still can't solve the Anthony Davis problem, bro. I don't care who you get. If you cannot solve the Anthony Davis problem, I got the Lakers against Denver. Dallas, they're coming up. They're not there yet. Warriors, great moves off season, clearly, especially with Clay out. So who we got? Clippers is pretty much, and I don't trust Clippers. I'm sorry, man. Like, but let's talk about some of these moves, man. By the way, I'm just reading right now. I have it pulled up on my computer. Apparently, KCP's returning to LA, so that's good as well.
That's a good pick. That's a good save for
pick.
3 years, 40
Yeah.
mil.
Yo, by the way, man, he played very well in the playoffs. Very well, man. I was surprised because I was down on him, bro. In the regular season, I was like, but he was honestly, bro, you could make an argument he was the best player to come off the bench. Granted, Caruso played very good defense, but you're not gonna get offense from Caruso. But KCP, man, I think he earned that.
KCP started.
Huh?
KCP started.
Did he start?
Yeah, he started.
Okay.
Yeah, he
But
started.
you know what it is, man. In the regular season, they rotate. You don't know who's starting at the two, bro. Like one day.
No, it was AV. KCP always it was Avery, LeBron. It was Avery, LeBron, Anthony,
but
Danny.
They had
and then
lot of different lineups, though, man. The Lakers, they set a NBA record this season. They had like 38 or 30. It was a crazy amount of different lineups, man. But KCP is good. So I'm looking at my notes. Melo's deciding to stay with the Blazers. To me, I mean, good for him, but that doesn't really move the needle. What are your thoughts?
That's a more or less running back again. We got to the playoffs. Maybe if we have more time and we healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I do got Portland making a little bit more move up in the playoff in the seeding. They will make the playoffs. I got one team that's going to be a sleeper. I got one team's making it, and I'm looking at them like they look good.
I think I know you. We're gonna get there, but I think I know who you're thinking. But before we get into that, bro, Charlotte, they gave Gordon and Hayward 4-year, $120 million. By the way, bro, the reason Gordon and I'd be curious to see what your opinion on this is. I think the reason why Gordon Hayward decided to opt out, bro, I honestly think he's realized, wait a minute, bro, this is Jason Tatum's team. This ain't my team. They're gonna build around him, and there's not enough mouth to feed. Let me get a long year a long-term contract, which I don't blame him. But Michael Jordan, bro, you're gonna give this $30 million a year? Whatever, man. Good for them. They're making moves. They got him. They got Melo. Who else did they sign? They signed someone else. Oh, they signed a big. Who did they sign? So Charlotte, I don't know if they make the playoffs, man, but Charlotte's gonna make some noise, bro. So good for them,
Yeah,
bro.
that'd be a good 10 seed.
Yeah, man.
Not making the playoffs. They're gonna be a 10 seed. I can see Atlanta making the playoffs. I got the Hawks in the East making the playoffs.
Really?
I got them make. Yeah, I think the pickup moves, the moves that they picked up was pretty good.
That rookie they had, bro, I need to see more. I forgot DeAndre Hunter. He needs to step up. He didn't have a terrible. I wouldn't say he had a terrible rookie year, but I expected a little bit better than him. I actually had him getting rookie of the year, but
I'm
you can hear
trying to
me?
see right here. Hold on,
Okay.
real quick. Let me. You see? Yeah. I'm looking something up real quick just to see, because I saw some great moves from Atlanta that made some great moves. But let me get out. Let me get back out of here. Let me get out of here. Hold on. You guys see me? I'm in champion with the hat. We in here all day. My thing is New Orleans. Like I was gonna say earlier, New Orleans. But to me, one of the best moves I saw so far is Steven Adams going to New Orleans. I think that's a big boost for New Orleans,
What's their
especially in their big
center
man.
prior?
It was.
Was
Oh
it
man,
Favors? Derek? No, it wasn't Derek Favors, was it?
it was. It was Derek Favors, and then you had
And then
the boy who used to come up, who used to play for Duke. But that is a pickup for him. That is a nice pickup. I like that. That's giving, especially you remember, Adam works good with the athletic power forward who can stretch it. So you're gonna get that extra rebound and that good in the paint, stopping the
bro,
driving and everything
I have a
else.
hot take regarding them, man. And I posted it on TikTok. A lot of people, bro, I'll just come out and say it. I think the Pelicans should build around Brandon Ingram, bro, not Zion. It's my opinion, bro. I'm not saying Zion's overrated, but I don't think people realize just how good Brandon Ingram is, bro. I don't think people realize it, bro.
As a Lakers fan, I'm upset that we lost him. But I understand it was for the greater good.
And you had to lose him for him to tap into his
Yeah.
potential where he is now.
Exactly. Yeah.
But with LeBron
Exactly.
and those guys, he was never gonna get there. So
And a lot of people say, "No, I'd rather you keep him and then and get rid of Kyle Kuz." No, I want the Kyle Kuz because he's a good bench player coming off, and I think the Lakers should keep Kyle Kuz. I don't think you should trade for him. I think you need to keep him.
he's
Keep
so
under.
inconsistent, though, man.
He is still young. He's a young. You gotta understand. This is the first time he was on a good team, and in the playoffs he did perform.
I just wish every time he got the ball, he didn't shoot. Every time he gets it, he jacks
He's a
it.
shooter. Let my man. He's a shooter. He's a scorer. That's fine. It's not two bad shots. He's wide open. Yeah, get guys involved. Maybe in some key moments you don't shoot that, but that's a young man trying to understand his role on a team,
Okay,
in a
fair enough.
good team, not
And
a
coming from
sorry
a
team,
Lakers
but a
fan,
good
I'll take
team.
that.
So that's why I said I want to keep him, make sure they stay with him. But Avery Bradley went to the Heat.
I'm not gonna lie,
I'm not
bro.
upset.
Once
That
he
was a good
saw the
move.
Wesley Matthews kind of writing on the wall, let's be honest, bro. You're not gonna start over Wesley Matthews, bro. If you're KCP, if you're Avery Bradley, anyone that's shooting for the two position, bro, you ain't gonna start over Wesley. So
Oh, and you decided to stay home, which I understand your reason. I'm not
right.
upset about the reason, but you decided to stay home, and then we went and won a championship and dominated. So the writing was on the wall. Like, hey man, we did this without you. Have the best. Him going to Miami does help Miami, does boost up Miami in their standings. I can see Miami being a top 3 team in the East, just with adding the piece that they just added with a Bradley, because that's another wing defender that can contain their other team's best player or second best player.
Well, then, speaking of the East, man, let's talk about the elephant in the room, New Jersey Nets. What do you make of them, man? You know what, man?
Is this with?
Go ahead.
Are we talking if they got James or just talking to how they are now?
I don't think James Harden, man. I think that's pipe dreams. I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm talking about right now. Even with James Harden, I'm not so sure that with James.
I'm not that much of a Kyrie fan, man. Like, he's a great player. He is a superstar player, like a 4, maybe a 4. I just think until I see them two really play together, it's a lot of questions. There's more questions I have for that team.
But with Kyrie, though,
itself.
The questions I have for Kyrie have more to do with his ego than it has to do with his basketball play on the court. Now, I think so much hype is made of Kyrie and KD, but people don't realize, bro, Joe Harris, they just re-signed him today, I believe. That boy's a sniper, bro. A lot of people don't know about him, bro. Carlos LeVert, bro. Carlos is not his first name. Karen LeVert, I think, whatever, but LeVert, nice, bro. I watched the Nets in the bubble playoff, whatever thing. Nice, bro. Dinwiddie, nice, man. They have a very, very good team, bro. I mean, remember that team made the playoffs essentially without Kyrie or KD.
Yeah, but we talking about the East, my guy. Talking about the East.
True. Yeah,
Didn't they made the playoffs with a under 500 record?
I don't remember.
I feel like I might be wrong, but a lot of teams made the playoffs with an under a 500 record.
No. You're right. You're right. I guess my whole point was the way that Karen LeVert played, bro. I was like, yo, this man, he's legit, bro.
He's legit. He's legit. He's a good.
He might be the 4th best player on the team. So it's like, that's scary, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I have the net healthy. I have the Nets coming out, bro. I have the Nets going to the finals. I have to. I have to, man. Okay, Miami. What is Miami gonna do for KD, bro? What are they gonna do for KD, bro?
So wait. So we already picking. I mean, so you're saying no matter what, as of right now, if the season starts right now with the way the teams are set up, because you still got pieces you got to think about. You got Brooklyn. You got Brooklyn coming out the East.
Yes. By the way, I said New Jersey. I realized that, but yes, Brooklyn. All things healthy.
Coming out the East.
Assuming people stay healthy, yes, Nets coming out the East.
It's depending what kind of KD you get as well. What kind of KD you get? Does he lose a little bit of his step? Because that Achilles can't do it. You know,
that's a good point. But he has been playing a lot in LA.
The bench.
He's been balling, bro. Now, granted, some NBA players and other street players, but I'm not concerned about that. What I'm concerned about when I see, by the way, when you get a chance to check out some of the footage on YouTube. But when I see KD, bro, it's his movements, bro. His movements are fluid. His jump shots are fluid. That's really what I'm looking at. They're very, very fluid. And he's not quite playing game speed. It seems like the speed is about 75%. But from what I've seen from the footage, bro, his mechanics and his speed and his movements, they're very fluid, bro. So if you're a Nets fan, that's very good. Well, if you're an NBA fan, bro, you want everyone to be healthy at the end of the day. You feel me? So,
I hear you.
Listen, bro, it's gonna come down to, so Milwaukee made some moves, man. Whatever, but I still right now Miami to me. And if I'm looking at Miami versus Nets, all things are even, man. My biggest question mark is what are they gonna do from a matchup standpoint with KD, bro? I can't think of anything, man. Like,
what happens if Russell goes to the Wizards and you got Russell and Bradley? You got to look at the Wizards too. A lot can change in the East. To me, right now, it's you can't really break down of who's gonna come out because you still got free agency. You still got key players who hasn't been
like tentatively speaking. You know what I mean? That's right. And again, there's a lot of caveats. Assuming KD's healthy, he's good. Yeah. Assuming freaking Giannis doesn't go to Miami. Like, there is some assumptions there. Like, when the season starts, I'll be able to fine-tune like a prediction more and things of that nature. But Yeah, man. As far as Russell Westbrook, I did a little hot take on him. I don't think Russell Westbrook will ever win an NBA championship as the centerpiece to a team. I don't.
No, no, no. He has to be a third option. He
Third,
has to be the
second
third
option
option.
maybe, but
He
I
can't.
just nah. As
Not
far as
second. Not
Washington, bro.
second.
So John Wall wants out. Let's just say John Wall leaves and what Russell comes in. You have Russell and you have Bill. What else? What
You
else?
have a playoff team. You have a playoff team. Rusher made the
Maybe.
playoffs by himself in the West. You give him a shooter. Now, I'm not saying you're going to go to the Eastern
Yeah.
Conference Finals. I
Russell
mean, you might
Westbrook will
win
make
one
the
round and
playoffs.
then take it out.
Yeah.
But that's
Russell
a bonus
Westbrook,
in
he has no
Washington.
problem making the playoffs, man. But his style of basketball, his brand of basketball, is not conducive to the playoffs, bro. That's a problem.
But
And with the Lakers, bro, if you remember, so the Houston beat you guys in the first game, right? And then you won 4
yes,
straight.
they did. Yeah,
So
they won. Yeah.
this is what the Lakers, bro, after game 2, they started doubling Harden, and they're like, all right, Russ, you do whatever the hell you want, bro. We're going to give you 6 feet. What are you going to do? You're going to just try to bulldoze your way. And then the Lakers won 4 straight. It was so easy to game plan against them. And again, a lot of it has to do with Russell West's shooting or lack thereof, man. It's a major, major problem, bro, in the playoffs, man. It's a big liability. The same thing with Ben Simmons. Like, the floor spacing is horrible with him, man. Like, and that's another thing, bro. In my opinion, they're gonna have to choose, bro, between Simmons and Embiid, bro. To me, long
And
term,
hold on, and that's one. See, and that's one team. That's one team. You've been sleeping on, but I'm looking over at Philly, and I'm like, Philly's making the right smart moves right now.
well, they got rid of Harford. That's good because he was atrocious with the floor spacing. Harford and Simmons in the same floor. When they made that move, like, what? Like, do you guys know basketball? So they got Seth Curry. I thought that was an excellent pickup, bro. He's gonna help.
They still got Danny Green. Danny Green as a
Green.
defender, not Danny Green as a shooter. We all know about Danny Green as a shooter.
That dude was atrocious. But
you still got Rivers. You still got Rivers as a good coach. I mean, granted, this is the second time he blew a 3-1 lead.
Third time.
Third time?
Third time, 3 times.
That man is not good with the number 3 then. I'm just saying.
3 times.
He ain't good.
3 times.
So you still got a good team, and let's see how they work. As of right now, man, I'm looking at Brooklyn, and yeah, it does look kind of good, but I'm looking at Philly like, look, they have a duo, they have shooters, and they have a coach.
Well, they
have a coach.
They do have a coach. But
so it's like, what do you do with the pieces you have?
I'm not big on Simmons though, man. He's a great facilitator, great passer.
I take Simmons over Embiid.
Yeah, at least he's healthy. You know, like
I take Simmons over Embiid.
Simmons had a shot. Oh my goodness.
I know.
That boy had a shot. Oh my goodness.
But let's go over
some of the playoffs in the East. So Boston, Raptors, Toronto, they're making the playoffs. Like, we don't really have to. And Miami too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So really, what you're left with, Brooklyn, we could agree Brooklyn will make it.
5.
Philly.
6.
Philly, I have to give it to Philly. 6. And then really the rest, bro, it's a bunch of question marks, bro. Because you have Magic should
Atlanta. I got Atlanta making the playoffs.
Atlanta?
I got Atlanta making the playoffs.
I don't know, man. If LaMelo could surprise a couple people, bro, Charlotte might be a problem, man.
Nah, Charlotte will be a 10 seed. Mark my word. Charlotte will be a 10 seed.
So why Atlanta though? What big move did they make to bring them from the second to worst team in the league to making the playoffs?
I think Trae Young is going to be making that step. They was pretty close last time. I just feel like I know they made
Trae Young balled out. To me, Trae Young balled out last season, bro. To me, if someone's gonna have to make the next step, it's gonna be DeAndre Hunter, bro, and some of those guys.
Hold on. Let me look at my handy danny. Rondo. They picked up Rondo.
Eh. Mm,
They also let, but then they did. Ooh, Boston. Did you say Boston?
Boston.
Yes.
Yeah, Boston's the first one of the first four teams. Oh, Indiana Pacers. Pacers are making the playoffs. I don't know. Did I say the Pacers? No, I don't think I did.
You didn't. I got the so we 7. I can see the 7, but my 8 will be Atlanta.
So the 7 for sure is gonna be Milwaukee, Toronto, Boston, Pacers, Heat, 76ers, the Nets. So that's a lock pretty much. So the 8th, I don't know, bro. You the Nets over Orlando? Right now, I can't put the Nets over Orlando, man.
Oh, the Hawks over Orlando?
No, that's why I meant to say the Hawks. I can't put the Hawks over Orlando, man.
I got Hawks, man. I got that.
By the
That.
way,
That.
did you hear about Tampa? The Raptors are going to be
Yep,
playing
the
at the
Raptors.
arena.
Yep.
So
Which I mean, it's gonna be cool for Tampa. I mean, but are they gonna have fans? That's my question.
I
Are they
think
gonna
so.
have fans?
It's going to be limited capacity. I just really, bro. There's 2 games I want to go watch. The Lakers game. I've seen LeBron several times. I want to see AD. I've never seen AD. I want to go to the Lakers game and a Blazers game. So
That's the only thing I'm gonna care for. If it's fans, okay. But then if it's not, then it's
yeah.
like, okay, this is kind of pointless for me right now. I'm just what are we waiting for? We just here not doing nothing. We're
Mm-hmm.
not just doing nothing. But what about the West?
Yeah, let's do the West. So the West, I'm not
Got
gonna
both
lie, bro.
LAs.
There's not a lot of wiggle room for the West, bro. So both LAs, Denver. Actually,
Jazz.
actually, you know what, bro? Okay, Jazz, Dallas, Portland. That's 6.
You said
Warriors.
Dallas.
Warriors are making the playoffs, bro.
Warriors would not make the playoffs. After Clay getting hurt, Warriors would not make the
James
playoffs.
Wiseman, Kelly Oubre.
Kelly, they're not making the playoffs.
I think
They're
so,
not
man.
making the playoffs.
All right,
I still
we need to write some of
Suns.
this stuff down.
The
Man,
Suns.
write this down, bro. Warriors are making the playoffs, bro. Warriors are making the playoffs, bro.
Write this down. Write this down. Suns are making the playoffs. Phoenix Sun was make the Suns will make
I
the
can see
playoffs.
that. I agree with that.
In New Orleans. So this is my 8. This is my 8.
New
Lakers,
Orleans almost made
Clippers.
it.
Yep.
So go ahead again.
Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets, Jazz, Dallas, Suns in no order. New Orleans, New
Portland.
Orleans, New Orleans,
That's
and Portland.
so that's your 8.
That's my 8. And
So
I can
basically,
see
the
either
Rockets,
Portland or the
and the
Rockets.
Thunder. So the Thunder, they're done. We could admit that. So the Rockets, you don't think it doesn't look like they're gonna move James Harden, man. You don't think James Harden has enough star power to get them to the playoffs?
No, not in the West right now. No. And I'm
Timberwolves,
starting to think James Harden is a team killer.
yeah, I agree. He's another person I
Think
don't think
about it. He got rid of Dwight. He lost Chris Paul.
got rid of
And
Clint
he's
Capella.
got rid of once I saw that breaking news, he got traded. I'm like, I ain't even worried about them no more.
Yeah. So
I'm not even worried about them.
we have about 5 more minutes, man. I just want to get to a couple more things. The Sacramento Kings, man, we don't talk enough about how terrible of an organization that team is, bro. I think we focus on the Knicks, but they have talent, bro. Buddy Hill, they have some, but I feel like it's just a bunch of guards, bro. Why do I feel like that team has like 10 guards, man? Like,
No, they do. I tell you, if they was in the East, they would probably make the playoffs. The worst team, the worst franchise in the NBA is the New York Knicks.
yeah,
Like there's
the Knicks, yeah, they might be the worst team in American sports, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's the New York Knicks.
They are what the Browns used to be, essentially.
Exactly. Second worst team, it was the Wizards. The Wizards was good for a couple of years, but the Kings,
Yeah.
The Kings,
So let me
the Kings
let
are
me
the
ask you
Kings.
this. I know there was some rumors with DeMar DeRozan going to the Lakers. Are you happy that the Lakers got Wesley Matthews over DeMar
Yes, because you have a shooter.
and
I
defense?
mean, and defense. You have a shooter and defense. I mean, can you still make the move for DeRozan? Yes, actually, you could. It wouldn't be surprising. You still have the pieces to trade. But I think as of right now, of what the Lakers are doing. First of all, I think Rob should be up next year as the manager of the GM of the year. You
Nope.
have
For one reason.
why?
LeBron James gets the lion's share of credit for those moves, man. Like to me, I cannot, and I hate to say it, Pelinka's great. I get where you're coming from, and I respect it as a Lakers fan. But
Yeah.
LeBron James gets the lion's share of credit for bringing AD, not Pelinka. To me,
Okay.
but
I'm
this.
not talking about the AD.
Oh, you're
Oh no,
talking
no.
about this
I'm not.
offseason. Oh, boom,
I'm
boom.
talking
You're right.
even that, even last offseason. Think about the moves he had to make, even last offseason. Just right after Leonard did what he did and went to the Clippers. Think about the players that he got. Think about how he
I'm
even
doing
like
a
getting
podcast with my buddy. Sorry, go ahead.
getting getting Danny, getting Dwight Howard after you lost Cousins. He got Cousins. Lost Cousins,
I'll give
turned
him
around and
credit
got
for
Dwight
this year.
Howard.
I'll give him credit, man. Dennis Schrader, Harold, and Matthews. Okay, I take it back. You're right.
He
This
gets
year.
the pieces. He knows exactly what he wants to do, how this team needs to be set up. Okay. And the fact that, and one of the biggest to me, and a lot of people don't realize, one of the biggest moves was getting Froggo, not going to the sexy pick with Lou and staying with Frank. So that to me was a coach that was him saying, nah, I'm going with him because I know how he runs. And the fact that the Lakers are still staying with that coaching staff. No
Gotcha.
other guys left. So you having that coaching staff staying again, and the pieces that you lost, you subbed it out with a younger. In a way, it could have been a younger version. You lost Rondo, but you got Shooter. You lost Danny, but you got an upgrade version with Wesley Matthew. You lost Dwight Howard, but you still got another big, strong defensive guy, a six-man player of the year. And it's not even over yet. There's still talks about Ibaka. There's still talks about Gasol. You know what I mean? I tell you this, you give me, because I would take Gasol over Serge
Yes. The shooting
for shooting and
and
defense.
and the length. All right, man.
You
One
know what I
last
mean?
question. One last question before we go, man. I really enjoyed our little session. Give me your Super Bowl pick and give me your NBA Finals pick.
Oh, we
This is
got
on
two
the
more
record.
questions. We got two more questions.
Well,
Remember,
okay, well,
you
let's
brought it
answer
up.
the first one. Then we'll end with the picks.
Um, Super Bowl picks.
No, let's say that for last. Let's go with you said two more questions. What's the other
Oh,
one?
we ain't talking LeBron and Kobe.
No, we can talk about this. Let's talk about that now. Let's save the picks for later. Hold on. So for the
You
record, just so you think Kobe's better than LeBron?
as a player, yes,
Oh my gosh.
yes.
Kobe didn't average more points than LeBron, but so you're gonna say he's a better scorer because that's people that. Because by the way, I've had this debate a million times. That's
I
the
got you. I got you.
first reason
He
Kobe's a better scorer, even though he's averaged 2 points less than LeBron career wise, and he took more shot attempts while averaging less.
did you forgot the so you know how math works, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, so you know when you miss games and you're hurt, your stats goes down, right?
Not necessarily, because if you're missing games, then you're not really making any attempts.
But if the other
So
person, but if the other person is not missing games and putting up the same decent numbers he always has, it's gonna be the same average. Understand before Kobe Bryant got hurt and he tore his Achilles, he was averaging 28 as a career, almost 29 in his career before he tore his Achilles. And then the next year after that, he had shoulder injuries. For 3 years, the last 3 years of Kobe's career, he didn't even play more than 40 games. And like he
That's
played
a
half
solid
of the
point.
season.
That's a solid point.
So you're looking at numbers. So when you look at the numbers, that the numbers are it can confuse you for a little bit. You have to look more into the player itself. Now,
So
let me
Kobe
ask
was a
you
better scorer, and I'm just playing devil's advocate. Kobe was a better scorer, but
Kobe's
aside
a
from
better
that,
defender. Kobe is a 12-time first defensive player. And you got to understand who Kobe had to guard in his career.
Kobe didn't guard. I mean, the people that Kobe guarded, though, they weren't more talented than the small forwards that LeBron had to guard. We're talking about Kobe.
AI. Hold on. Hey, hold on. I'm going to name a few. AI. Tracy McGrady.
What?
Michael Jordan.
Come
Vince
on, the
Carter.
Jordan thing for what, a season or two? Come on, bro.
He's 2 seasons. 2 seasons. And his first year, his first full year, remember, Kobe made the All-Stars.
When I talk about GOAT, when I talk about who's the better player, bro, you have to go resume. You have to go the resume, bro. You have to.
Okay.
Me personally, for instance, I'll give you an example, but I'm gonna use a different sport. If I'm looking at Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, to me, Aaron Rodgers is a better football player than Tom Brady. To me.
So what's the resume you're looking at? Okay.
However, in the grand scheme of things, if someone were to just generally ask me who's better, Tom Brady, I gotta go with Brady. He's the GOAT. He has a resume, bro. Same thing with the Jordan situation.
So what resume does LeBron has that's better than Kobe? MVPs?
Well, we can talk about that. I mean, there's a lot of places we go with that.
MVP. So let's talk about MVPs. MVP is the best player on the best team. Let me ask you a question. When Steve Nash won MVP, do you think he was really better than Kobe? Who was the most valuable player that year?
Well, yeah, you could make an argument that Kobe could have gotten. Wasn't 2007? Was it 6 and 7?
No, it was 2000. It was 6 and 7. 2006 and 7.
Yeah, you can make an argument that he could have got it, but guess what though? So I'll give you that. But when D Rose won the MVP, people hate when I say this, but I think LeBron should have got it, bro. When Kobe Bryant won the MVP, the only one that he got, you could make a case for LeBron. If you look at, we can look at.
How can you make a case? Here's my thing: how can you make the case for LeBron? Kobe Bryant took his team that was a 7th seed, took them to the number 1 seed in the West. When you had to win 50 or 50 games just to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
You look at LeBron and he got 4 MVPs. He went to the finals 9 out of 10 years. Okay, now granted, what he did in the West, okay, but you got to understand the body of work that Kobe Bryant had to deal with for 20 years in the West. Kobe Bryant had to deal with more 50-win teams in the playoffs than anybody else in the league.
I get that, but in the same token, Kobe Bryant has 5 rings. 3 of those rings, he was not the alpha. Shaq was.
He was. Here's the crazy thing is, you think that. No. You think that. But it's, as a Lakers fan, I do watch a lot of documentaries about my team, of teammates talking about their run. Kobe Bryant was an alpha. Kobe Bryant.
He was a alpha, but Shaq was the alpha.
Okay.
That's facts, bro. Listen,
okay,
Kevin, bro. I watched all those Lakers games, bro. I remember the Lakers game, bro. Man, I'm trying to think. How long have you been a Lakers fan? Before I get into this bag.
Since I was 6 years old.
Since you were 6 years old, so you remember the against the Kings with Doug Christie, Vlade Divac. You remember the Blazers against Bonzi Wells, Stoudemire, Scott. You remember all those, bro.
Yes, I remember that.
Shaq was out here, bro.
Shaq was out here. Guess what? Hold on. Guess what? Shaq was giving you 27 and 12. Guess what Kobe Bryant was giving you in the playoffs?
Hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there, bro. Shaq was giving you 30 in some of them, bro.
No, he wasn't. He was
Shaq
giving you
was giving
30
you
in
30
some
in some of
games.
them, bro.
Guess who was averaging 30 in the playoffs?
Are you gonna sit there? So we can look this up. You're not gonna sit there and tell me the first 3 rings the Lakers got, Kobe averaged more points than Shaq, because that's not the case.
Yeah, he was. He was averaging more.
We can look this up, man. I'm
We
telling
can
you,
look
man.
this up.
I watch this.
We can look this up. And the same way you can throw Shaq winning 3 is the same way I can throw LeBron not winning with Wade winning 2 with LeBron.
But guess what, though?
I can throw that in there.
Granted, the East is weaker, but LeBron James still dominated the East with a bunch of scrubs. He still took them to the finals.
Who?
LeBron did. He took his team to the finals. They got smoked by the Spurs. But he
Okay, so you telling me, so the year they went to the finals, do you know what the East record was? Do you know 2 teams in the East, the year that the Cavs went to the finals, only 2 teams with what's over 50 wins? And that was the Cavs and Detroit, the old, slow Detroit.
Hey, man, but guess what? He could only control what he could control, bro.
Exactly. So you're right. So Kobe Bryant.
My thing is this: if you swap Kobe and LeBron, bro, Kobe's not going to the finals in the East. I don't think so, bro. Because at the end
you
of the
don't think so?
I don't think so.
Hold on.
I can explain easily why. I can explain easily why.
Why?
Simple. Kobe Bryant doesn't necessarily make people around him better in the same way that LeBron James makes people better.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So with all the players that LeBron had when he was on the team, how many was an All-Star before? How many was an All-Star?
I don't understand. Can you repeat that question again? That didn't make sense to me.
How many All-Star teammates did LeBron James have? They was playing together, and they was an All-Star.
I'm not sure. So a decent amount since 2010. Since 2010, a decent amount. Prior to that, maybe 2.
Name them, though. Name them.
Post 2010 or before?
Even during the whole, I can answer the question.
Okay, so I'll name them. Okay. So before 2010, bro, he didn't really have a lot. I think he only had Junis Augauskas or whatever. I think that was the only one.
Nope, never made the All-Star. Nope. When they was teammates, they made the All-Star.
Yeah.
That it was only Wade, Boss, Kevin Love, Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
And they was already All-Stars before they even became teammates.
Correct.
Kobe Bryant made Andrew Bronman an All-Star. Made Pau Gasol an All-Star.
Wrong. Pau Gasol was an All-Star before with Memphis.
He made Andrew an All-Star. He still made Andrew an All-Star.
I might give you Andrew, but
Andrew
Bynum was very talented.
He made Trevor Ariza payday. He got that man a payday.
Yeah. Well, LeBron got a lot of people a payday, including Tristan Thompson and J.R. Smith. But my whole thing is this, bro. Before Kobe got Pau Gasol, he was on the verge of getting traded to Chicago, bro.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
Bro, this is documented, bro.
No. He was.
Can I tell you the story, bro? Not Jeannie Buss, Jerry Buss. Jerry Buss had a meeting with Kobe Bryant, bro. And Kobe Bryant requested a trade, and Jerry Buss like, listen, Kobe, you're pretty much the best player in the league, bro. If I trade you, I'm not going to get anything of value to you. I just can't trade you. And he was right, bro. He was right. A lot of people don't know that, bro. Kobe Bryant was close to getting traded to Chicago, man. He did not want to be there because every year they were stinking up the joints. They was getting beat by freaking Phoenix and all types of other teams, bro.
There was a 7th seed. And he wanted to win.
Assault, bro.
Yeah. Oh no. Here's the crazy thing is here's some facts for you. He wanted he was upset about what was going on. Before they got Pau Gasol, the Lakers was number 2 in the West. Just to let you know. You gotta look that up. They was number 2 in the West. They got Pau, because you gotta tell me, you telling me they was an 8th or a 7th seed, they got Pau Gasol and went from all the way from 7th to 8th to a number 2?
Pau Gasol was nice, bro. People don't remember, man. Pau Gasol was nice, but the other
Pau
thing
Gasol was nice. Pau Gasol was nice. Kobe Bryant, here's the difference too, and I'm gonna tell you this. Here's the difference too, and I can actually say this honestly and honestly. LeBron James make players into all-stars. Kobe Bryant made a player into a Hall of Famer.
What?
Kobe Bryant made Pau Gasol a Hall of Famer.
I don't know that Pau Gasol is a Hall of Famer right now.
You don't think Pau Gasol is a Hall of Famer?
I'm not sure that he is.
Okay, all right.
I'm not saying he is or he's not, but what I am saying is that it's not clear, is what I'm saying. I don't know that Pau Gasol is clearly a Hall of Fame. And the reason why I can't give Kobe that much credit is because Pau Gasol was a multiple time. He had won at least 2, and I actually don't. The reason I did this because I recently debated someone on this exact topic. Pau Gasol had multiple All-Stars before he went to the Lakers, and the Lakers barely gave up anything for him. And people were like, "Oh my gosh, bro, this
Hold
is."
on.
Yeah, you could look it up. You could fact check me. But this is the thing. At the end of the day, LeBron James' prime. You know, LeBron is still in his prime, right? You do realize that, right?
Yeah.
LeBron entered his prime year 3. This is year, what, 17?
Hold on.
His prime was way longer than Kobe's prime.
Hold on. A 6-time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pau Gasol only made the All-Star one time, and that was 2005 and 2006 before he joined Kobe Bryant.
Okay,
he was a one-time All-Star. He was a one-time All-Star in 2005, 2006, and he was an injury reserve All-Star. Yeah. Just to let you know. So when he joined him,
this is the difference between how Kobe makes players better and how LeBron makes players better. The way that LeBron makes players better is the same way that Chris Paul, Magic Johnson makes players better. The way that Kobe makes players better is the same way that Jordan makes players better. Because they're so good, there's so much attraction to them, you cannot double team other players. You cannot give them as much attention. But LeBron James literally makes them better, as in not just his star power, but his ability to find them, his ability to put them in positions to thrive. So to me, that's more powerful that way than is with LeBron. Not only that, bro, the consensus in sports media, bro, and again, obviously, the sports media is not the end all be all, bro. The consensus is LeBron is better, bro. You're not gonna find a lot of people that are gonna sit there and say Kobe
you're
Bryant.
Not because you're gonna look at people
with an article, which by the way, I don't agree with everything, but the top 10 of all time, and I love their top 10. They had Kobe at I think they had Kobe at 6 or 7. Matter of fact, I think they might have had Shaq over Kobe, and I completely agreed with it. Yeah.
You had Shaq as a career. See, that's what you. You telling me Tim Duncan? Hold on. You telling me Tim? I saw that top. You telling me Tim Duncan is better than Kobe Bryant?
Career-wise, yes.
Career-wise, okay.
Yeah. But you have to understand something, though. You have to understand there's certain things you're not considering. First, you have to consider the fact that Tim Duncan, right, his team, the Spurs were more dominant under Tim Duncan for a longer period of time than Kobe was with the Lakers, number one. Number two, Tim Duncan became the alpha of the Spurs his second year, right? So the first year was David Robinson. He became the alpha up until for at least a solid 12, 13 years.
He had 2 Hall of Famers basically all his career. You got it. How it's funny how, and I'm just using this, it's funny how people's quick to throw Shaq on Kobe Bryant, but Tim Duncan had 2 Hall of Famers his whole career.
Who are those 2 Hall of Famers?
Tony Parker and
Ginobili?
Yes, they're Hall of Famers. You don't think they're Hall of Famers?
Not first ballot. They're probably Hall of Famers, though.
First ballot Hall of Famers.
Kevin, Tony Parker is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I'm not Kevin.
Josh.
I'm not Kevin. Thank you.
I've been calling you Kevin all night. My bad, bro.
I know. I'm going to start telling you, gotta call me a champ after that. I'm a champ.
Champ. You don't believe that Tony Parker's a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Look at his resume. Look at his resume too. Look at his resume. A consistent all-star, a finals, a four-time, a 3 to 4 time NBA champion, a NBA Finals MVP. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
He had a good team around him, and he had a great coach. I get that. But if you look at their resume, back to like, yeah, I have to give it to Tim. I just have to. But I'll be honest with you, even to me, it's close, right? So even if you want to give it to Kobe, I'm fine with that. But this is the problem, bro. LeBron is in the GOAT conversation. This is the biggest, and this is my ace in the hole, right? And I'm gonna shut the argument down right here. LeBron is in the GOAT conversation.
Okay.
Right? LeBron and Jordan, who's the best? Obviously, I think it's Jordan. Some people
You going by race?
huh? But hold on, hear me out for a second.
Race? Okay.
So, and I'm gonna try to be quick, right? So LeBron and Jordan in the GOAT conversation. The problem is, bro, if we're gonna sit here and say Kobe's better than LeBron, now we're putting Kobe behind Jordan, bro. That's what we're doing, and LeBron's gonna be at least third or whatever, and then Kareem is gonna be what, fourth, and Kobe's not above Kareem, so it messes up everything the minute that you say
you
that.
Think, but
wait.
To me,
you think Kobe's better than Kareem? Josh, you think Kobe's better than Kareem?
Yes.
I gotta get a drink of water, bro.
Yes.
Scoring champ.
You sleeping on Kobe being Bryant, man.
Scoring champ. Kobe being Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Let me look at the camera. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, scoring champ, has the all-time scoring leader in the NBA.
Okay.
Was it five-time NBA MVP? What, 4 or 5 times NBA All-Star MVP? That Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the most unstoppable shot the NBA has ever seen with the skyhook. That Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
You cannot. If you're gonna make an argument for Kobe against Kareem, you can't use numbers. I'll tell you that. You can't use numbers. You're gonna have to use something else. He wasn't a better scorer than Kareem because Kareem had the most unstoppable shot till this day in NBA history. Kareem scored the most points in NBA history. Kareem has more Finals MVPs, has more regular season MVPs. And the only argument I hear about Kareem, oh well, you also play with Michael Cooper and Magic Johnson. Oh, wait a minute, didn't Kareem win like 2 championships in Milwaukee before he even got to LA? So whatever argument you have for Kobe, you can't use numbers. You just can't. And so what are you going to use if you can't use numbers?
He has a what? He's a what?
What'd you say?
He's a what?
I said you cannot use numbers.
Hold on. I can kill it here. I'm going to kill it here. Let me ask you a question.
I said that Kobe Bryant.
Who's a better Laker? Kobe or Kareem?
Kareem, hands down. Kobe's the fourth best Laker. Third best Laker. Kareem is better.
Magic Johnson. Wait.
So Kareem is better than Kobe. Magic is better.
As a Laker.
Yeah, Kareem is better. Magic is better.
Kobe is the best Laker of all time.
How is Kobe better? How is Kobe better than Kareem? Use numbers to convince me. Go ahead.
Magic. Here's the thing: Magic Johnson even said it.
That's fine. Convince me. Use numbers. How is Kobe better than Kareem? You can't, and you know that. How?
He did it by him. Kareem needed help.
Oh, so if you're gonna say Kareem needed help, then those 3 rings that Kobe have, they don't exist. If that's the argument you're gonna go.
So you telling me? Hold on.
So you don't exist. Let's remove them.
Hold on. You take Kobe. Kobe doesn't even go to the Lakers. Shaq in those rings? Because Shaq had Penny in his prime. Shaq had a beast and got swept. You got to understand, Kobe without Kobe.
Finals?
Huh?
Put it this way. Shaq without Kobe he goes to the finals in the West. Kobe without Shaq, he doesn't get past the second round of the playoffs.
Kobe went to the finals 3 straight years. After Shaq.
Paul Gasol. Yeah. Andrew Bynum, Ron Artest, Trevor Ariza, Derek Fisher.
So you name Trevor Ariza. What is Trevor Ariza doing now? What has Trevor Ariza been doing?
Trevor Ariza was, but guess what though? Trevor Ariza was a D and 3 guy, one of the best 3 and D guys back then. That's what they needed him to do. 3 and D.
Shannon Brown. Like I can also name pieces, but you got look at the squad the Lakers had with Kobe Bryant and tell me take Kobe out. They're making the playoffs?
Absolutely not. So like with Smush Parker.
Wait. Time out. So if you take Kobe Bryant off that team, they're not making the playoffs. But you put them on the team, they go to the finals 3 straight years and went 2 out of 3.
Whoa. Not after Pau Gasol. After Pau Gasol, they do make the playoffs. Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum, yes, I still think they make the playoffs.
They won't make the playoffs, man. In the West, I need you to look at the West. I need you to understand.
Fisher? Yeah, I think
no, Derek Fisher.
I think so, man.
They're not making the playoffs.
I think so.
They're not making the playoffs. In the West, when 4 teams in the West was over 60 wins, and then the other 4 had to have at least 55.
So you think that Kobe Bryant's the second greatest player ever after Jordan? Oh my goodness. So Kobe Bryant, the carbon copy, right? Which is the inferior Jordan.
Let me ask you a question.
The carbon copy of Jordan.
Let me ask you a question. If Kobe would have had 6 rings, let's say he would have 6, because Detroit was just a good team. It was a young team versus a very old team. And if Kobe would have, you want to know why? You want to know why I put him up there too? This is why, and I can say this at the end of the day. As a player, as a main focus part, as the guy, one of the guys, Kobe is the last from the last team to 3-peat. Jordan, this is why. Jordan has 3-peated twice. Kobe has done it once. Jordan had went to the finals 3 straight times twice. Kobe has done that too. He went to the finals 3 straight years twice. Came back and still beat the team that beat him. And that was a Hall of Fame squad. There was 4 people on that squad that would make the Hall of Fame. I want y'all to remember that. Now remember, this is my opinion. Because I saw a 18-year-old boy came in this league, and by the time he was 19, started to dominate. People, and it's just me, people look like, he came in here and he dominated. So he never had to deal with adversity. What do you do? How do you do when you get up there? How do you do? What do you carry yourself? LeBron came in here, went to the final straight years. Understand, I have respect for LeBron. LeBron needs pieces. LeBron needs to lead to go to a piece to get it together. You know that. You understand that. Kobe doesn't. Kobe will work with the pieces he's had. Yes, he asked for a trade. Before he asked for a trade,
But Shaq went to the Lakers
in '96, and then Kobe got drafted.
Okay, but I mean, at the end of the day, though, it's just a difference of being drafted as opposed to trading for him, though.
He got drafted. And he was coming.
This is my thing, though, man. You're gonna sit here. I'm assuming you did not take any drugs before this podcast.
No, I did not.
With a straight face, while sober, and you're gonna say that Kobe's the second greatest player. By the way, mind you, I'm gonna give you a quick list, right? LeBron, Magic, Kareem, Bird. You know what these guys are my top 5. So basically Jordan, Magic, LeBron, Kareem, and Yeds. Okay. All those guys have at least 2 regular season MVPs and at least 2 or 3 finals MVPs. Kobe Bryant has 2 Finals MVP, and one measly regular season MVP. One. Bro,
See, here's the thing: is
this is my whole thing, bro. You cannot tell me that you're the second greatest player that's ever played in the NBA, and you have one MVP to show for it. That doesn't compute to me, bro. It does not compute, because guess what? If we're gonna sit here and say Kobe Bryant is second all time, if we look at it, everybody else, number 3, 4, 5, 6, all those guys are gonna have multiple, at least 2 Finals MVPs, at least 2 regular season MVPs, all of them. All of them, bro. We can look this up right now. Let me see something real quick. Magic Johnson MVP.
Magic Johnson has 3.
Okay, Kareem has at least 3. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
Kareem MVPs.
So you're going by MVPs.
I'm not just going by MVPs. Kareem has 3. Okay.
Okay, okay, hold on.
Bird has 3. LeBron has 5.
Time out. Because you also got to think about this as well. You want to throw, see, and that's why I find it so funny. You want to throw Shaq up there to decredit what Kobe done, but Magic had 3 to 4 Hall of Famers on his squad. Like, you got to understand that. Like, Magic had pieces. Magic had Hall of Famers. Look at the Hall of Famers he had.
He did.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and exactly.
But guess what, though? Well, let's talk about the Hall of Famers, right? So he played with Kareem for a little bit. Not a very long time. He played with him for a little bit.
Played with him for a minute.
Well, I'd have to check on that. You may be right. But, okay, that's Kareem. Who else? Who else are we talking about? Because the guys that you're talking about,
James Worthy,
Michael Cooper, and all those guys, man, a lot of them, they were as good as they were because of Magic. Because of Magic, bro.
Okay.
He elevated their game. Come on, bro.
See how that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
This is the problem, bro. This is the problem I have with you. The problem I have is that if you're going to talk about teammates, bro, Shaq is a top 10 player of all time. But James Worthy is nowhere near top 10 player of all time. Michael Cooper is nowhere near. The only one is you could say Kareem is easily a top 10 player of all time. So to me, Kareem really, in this case, would cancel out Shaq or whatever the case may be. But my whole thing is that you cannot be the second greatest player of all time, bro. You cannot be the second greatest player of all time and have one MVP of the league. You cannot. And let's remove Kareem for a second.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to understand. So you're telling, so let me ask you a question. Let's just be there. You just answered my own question earlier. The year that Steve Nash won MVP, do you think he deserved to win MVP over Kobe Bryant?
So originally I said no, I don't. I still don't think he should, but there's nuance to that though, bro. Let's be honest though, Josh. There's nuance, and that nuance was, bro. Let's not act like Damon Stoudemire and Sean Marion and Roger Bell. Now those guys were decent pieces, but he put those guys over the top, man. He elevated the hell.
Kobe Bryant had better numbers. Took a team that had nobody.
Those better numbers did not necessarily reflect into wins, though, bro. Because Bradley Beal last season had a phenomenal season, bro. Look at Bradley Beal's season last year, bro. His seasons, you could compare those numbers, particularly what he scored, close to Kobe's numbers, bro. But there's no way you're gonna say Bradley Beal's an MVP, bro, because those numbers meant nothing, bro.
Did he go to the playoffs? Did he go to the playoffs?
No, he didn't go to the playoffs.
Exactly. So he went to Kobe still took his team to the playoffs in the West when you have to win 40, 50 games. He still took his team in the playoffs. To me, I don't like the NBA MVP. To me, it's just a media thing. It's the best player on the best team. It always has been. I'm even gonna pop for your boy. You telling me the Freak had a better year than LeBron James? No.
It's debatable.
No.
It's debatable.
Okay.
Cool. You want to know why it's debatable? I'm playing devil's advocate here. 2 reasons, really. He had a higher player efficiency rating, which is very important. And then defensively, it wasn't even close.
Hold on.
Him and LeBron.
Yo, I gotta cut this short. I actually gotta do something.
All right, man, no problem.
But we gotta definitely complete this
And
later.
the next installment, we'll finish up and then we'll do the picks, man. Thanks for joining us, man.
Hey, appreciate you, bro. We gotta do this again, bro.
Absolutely. Take it easy.
You too. Be easy. Peace.